So, no matter where I go and what I do, I often find myself coming back to art and creativity and drawing. And the reason behind that has been evading me, but in the past couple of days, it has become so much more clear to me. And I figured that it's actually something that I'm naturally drawn to, and it's in my nature to be creative and to express myself in a creative and innovative way. So it's never gonna go away. I can't just push it aside and do something else. I can't ignore something that I've been called to do just because I have other obligations and responsibilities. It's like if I don't doodle one day, I'm probably not gonna feel as invigorated that day as I would when I am expressing my creativity and exploring ideas in my own mind and engaging with that muscle of creating something, fabricating something, or like just being able to manufacture something extremely exciting and beautiful and creative is the centerpiece of my nature. Okay, it cannot be separated from me, so I'm not ever gonna be able to like separate myself from it. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I wanted to talk about the fact that if you want to choose a certain job or a career, a work that you're gonna spend the rest of your life on, you have to be careful what you're choosing. You have to look deeply into what exactly you're naturally drawn to and what sounds easy to you. What is the one thing that when you do it sounds like you're climbing downhill rather than uphill? It's like you have to do something that doesn't feel like work, because if you're doing something and treating it like it's going to be a long journey, then it has to be effortless and it has to feel like it's baked in your genetics. And I'm not saying that you have to like do the easy thing. I'm not saying that. Don't mistake it for that, because there's a big difference between what you're good at and what's easy. Because what you're good at could be the most difficult thing for another person. So it's not inherently easy. It's just that you have a gift for it. And the reason I say you have to choose something like that for your lifelong journey is because if you're only relying on your willpower to carry you through the whole process, it's probably not gonna last that long. You're probably gonna give up at 2 years point, because you can't build an entire life on brute force. You have to allow yourself to enjoy the process in order to get excited every single day. Waking up and dragging yourself to work every day is gonna wear you down at some point, and it's not gonna be enjoyable. So you have to do what you love, or at least if you're doing something that might not come naturally to you at first, you have to see the excitement and enjoyment as you work on it. And if you don't see it, then there's something wrong with how you do it or what you're doing. So it's either the way you're doing it that makes it hard for you to enjoy it, or it's the what that drains you and is holding your happiness hostage because you're just trying to plow through it without so much enjoyment or fun that you might have in the process of doing if you had chosen something much more natural to you. So if you're doing something and it's been 2 years and you haven't still felt any amount of love or joy for it, then you're probably not doing the right thing. You're probably following somebody else's path, or you're doing something that you think is good and beneficial, but it's draining you and depleting your willpower. And there will come a point in time that it's even hard to breathe because your willpower has been drained so much that walking and breathing and talking and all of those automatic activities are going to become a total drudgery for you because you don't have any energy left. You've been spending the entirety of your vigor and your vitality on something that wasn't meant to be, and you've been stubbornly trudging along as if that was a creed from God. I mean, come on, like give up sometime. I mean, we hear of the phrase don't give up, and it feels okay to say that sometimes, but sometimes you need to give up. Sometimes staying in the wrong path is only going to cost you your life and your livelihood and your enjoyment, and it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I mean, life is pretty short to spend it on something that you hate, because if you're doing what you hate, you become the product of that work and you grow to hate yourself as well. And that's gonna make life pretty miserable and insufferable if you're asking me. You can't just live like that. it's just not sustainable. So choosing something that fits you is such a hard task. And the only way to go about it is to try as many things as you can, especially in your 20s and 30s. I think it's very vital for us to try as many things as we can just to figure out what exactly is the best possible lifelong journey that we need to hop on. And some might say that in the future, nobody needs to work. But I would say human beings don't work like that. You can't just stop working. You can't just stop doing things. There's something that makes you feel fulfilled and makes you feel excited about living if you do it and if you occupy your time with it. So you need to find that thing, and in order to find it, you need to throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. And that's it. That's the secret sauce to living a fulfilling life and enjoying what you're doing and not spend your time on something that isn't matching your vibe, isn't matching your personality, your nature, and your abilities. So with that in mind, let's make a promise to try as many new things this year as possible and live as fully as we can, because you know what? It's like, it's not worth it to live in such a despondent and stationary way. You know, being stagnant might be comfortable, but it's not enjoyable at all. It's just so miserable and nobody wants that. So, yep, that's what I wanted to talk about. I hope that I can talk to you next time. Have a nice and adventurous day. Thank you so much for listening to me.